So if you want to know how much you can expect to earn, maybe you're planning to come to the US and you want to know if you can work to pay your tuition, keep watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about international student workers and how much they earn. So I'm going to be talking about how much you can expect to earn while still in college as an international student. Now I'm going to be talking about both for undergrads and for graduate students. Don't forget to like this video, comment, share with all your friends and family. Also subscribe to this channel. I've got some awesome content coming up and you guys don't want to miss out. So join the family and let's get started. First and foremost, as an international student, you're only allowed to work on campus. However, during the summer, you can obtain internship opportunities using your CPT and you're allowed to work off campus during that time. But your school has to sign off on it, well, with your CPT, like I said. On campus, you're only allowed to work part-time during the school, during the regular semester, which is fall and spring. And then during the summer, you can work full-time. But during regular semesters, you're only allowed to work part-time, which is usually about 20 to 30 hours per week. So before I go into the rates for undergrad and graduate jobs, right, I want to talk about how much you can expect to pay in tuition for both for undergrads and for grad students. So for undergrads, you can expect to pay an average of about $25,000 to $30,000 per semester. This includes your tuition and your room and board and your living expenses and all of that. So that's the average amount, but this amount varies from school to school. So depending on which school you go to, it may be more or it may be less. Now for grad students pay an average of about $15,000 per semester. So it could be more or less, again, depending on which school you go to. But this also includes your tuition, room and board, and all of that. So as you can see, undergrads pay more than grad students. So now let's go back to rates for undergrad and grad students for, jobs. As an undergrad, you can expect to get paid between $8 and $20 per hour, depending on what school you go to and what type of job you're doing. So as an international student, there are also some jobs that may not be available to you, maybe because they are being federally funded. So also keep that in mind. But on the average, you should be able to get jobs on campus easily. So depending on what job you get, you may be getting paid $8, you may be getting paid $10, you may be getting paid $12 or $20, but the average that you should expect is about $10. So also for undergrads, you're only allowed to work part-time. Well, even graduate students, you're only allowed to work part-time, but the hours may vary from school to school. So like in my school, grad students are allowed to work about 25 or 30 hours per week, but undergrads are only allowed to work 20 hours per week. So as an undergrad, you're earning $10 per hour, or let's take for example, as an international student, undergraduate student, you're getting paid, let's say $12 per hour. You can expect to work 20 hours per week, and multiplying all of that out per month, you should be earning about $960 before taxes. So after taxes is taken off, you'll probably be left with about $800 or $850 or thereabout. So depending on how much is taken off in taxes in your state. So that's another thing to keep in mind. So some states have state taxes and some states don't. So if you're working in a state where there are state taxes, you can expect to pay both federal tax and state tax. So just keep that in mind when you're looking to which state to go to. So that's what you can expect to get as an undergraduate international student working on campus. Now, as a graduate student working on campus, graduate students are salaried workers, so that means they get paid at the end of every month. Unlike undergraduate students are usually student hourly workers, so they get paid bi-weekly. Graduate students get paid monthly. So on the average, graduate students get paid about $1,200 to $1,600 per month before taxes. Then after taxes, the range will probably come down to about 1,100 and something, to $1,500 or thereabout, depending on how much tax is taken off. You can use that to pay your rent and, you know, take care of yourself, and you can also put it towards your tuition. But as an undergraduate, it may not be feasible to be able to pay off your tuition using how much you earn on campus. That's where your internships come in. So for your internships, you can expect to get paid around, depending on what you're doing, you can get paid between $18 to $30 per hour, depending on what you're doing. Again, for engineering students, you can expect to get between $20 to $30 per hour for internship, and you're also allowed to work full-time. So working full-time, $20 per hour. For that, full-time is 40 hours per week, and you can also work overtime if your employer allows that. So working full-time for $20 per hour, $3,200 per month before taxes. So after taxes, it would probably come down to like $2,900 or $3,000, depending on how much tax is taken off. That you can also save up money and put towards your next tuition. You can just save it towards taking care of yourself, you know, when the semester reopens or something. Also, as a graduate student, you can also expect to get about $20 to $30 per hour too for internships, again, depending on what you're doing. So you could get more or you could get less, depending on your field and where you're working and the state and all of that. There are many factors that go into that, but on the average, you can expect to get around $20 to $30 per hour as a graduate student doing an internship. So when you combine all of this money, you see that it's not really a lot of money, you know, compared to how much you expected to pay upfront at the beginning of every semester. But there are also plenty of other ways to you know, help pay for your tuition. There's scholarships. You can also get on payment plans and all of that. So in another video, I'm going to cover scholarships and resources that I've found over the years for scholarships and all of that. So it's very possible to, you know, study in the US. It's a lot of hard work, and you have to be able to, you know, put in the time. So yes, that about making money in the US as an international student worker. So to recap, you can only work part-time on campus as an international student. You are not allowed to work off campus. You can only work off campus if you're given authorization by USCIS. And as an undergraduate student, you can expect to earn the average of about $10 per hour, and you're only allowed to work 20 hours per week. For graduate students, you're allowed to work, depending on your school, you're allowed to work about 20 to 30 hours per week, and you can expect to get paid between $1,200 to $1,600 per month. Internships are also available, and they are competitive though, but you have to be willing to work for them. And you know, they also offer a good way to you know, get some money, save up some money, and put it towards the next semester. So yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. And if you have any questions or concerns, or if you know you just want to share your own experiences, just leave a comment down in the comment section below, and I will be sure to answer your questions. And I will see you guys in the next one.